is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, you may have noticed that I changed the channel name, and the reason for that is there was a lot of other JC Outdoors people on the YouTube, and I looked up the new name, which is The Next Season, and there's not much on there, so I decided to go with that, and the reason for that is because I'm always waiting on the next season. Like right now, I'm waiting on deer season. And right now I'm waiting on harvest season for my garden. So, and there will be a lot of gardening if you're into the gardening and stuff. I do have a pretty big garden. I have tomatoes, we have zucchini, squash, corn, beans. Yesterday we just got done picking, I think we picked a bushel of beans yesterday, and we snapped them, and we had some beans for dinner last night. So those were pretty good. So today, on this episode of the next season, I'm going to be showing you my fishing arsenal and what I take with me. Well, if someone said, let's go, you want to go fishing, obviously I'd say yes, first of all. This is what I would grab. So let's get right into it. First up today, I'm going to be showing you guys the rods and reels. So first I'm going to show you the rods, and first up, grab out of front here, is I think this is a 7 foot medium rod Abu Garcia Vigilante. It is broken right now. I am getting a new one sometime soon, so stay tuned for that. This is a baitcaster rod. It is a really nice jigging rod. I like it quite a bit. I've caught a few fish on it. Obviously, that's why the reel seat is kind of broken. And I'll tell you the story on that. So, the reel that I've been running on that is this Zebco 404. I haven't ran this in a while, just because it's kind of getting older. I'm not a fan of the Zebcos really, and I can't run it now because that is broken. Right there. It's cracked. I dropped it and it cracked. So, I do have another reel here that I've used on it, and it is a Daiwa Procast. It is a baitcaster. This is what I ran on it the last time I used it. I just had it electrical taped on there because I didn't want it coming off and losing the fish. So, the next rod that I'm going to show you guys is my main rod. And my main rod is the brand new Abu Garcia Blue Max. It is a, it is a 7 foot rod. Right now I've got a lunker log on there. That is my go-to bait. If you ask me, I will say lunker log any day of the week. If you're just having a bad day of fishing and you want the fish to come out, rig you up one of these little suckers. Those things catch the fish. So yeah, this is a medium heavy 7 foot rod. It is done really, really good. It's tuned perfectly, pretty much. So yeah, I really like this rod. This was my first baitcaster that I ever got, and I'm still pretty new to baitcasters. I'm getting really good with them. I'm pretty good at getting good at flipping and a few other things and tricks and tips and stuff. I may do another video on tricks and tips with baitcasters or something later on in the channel, but that's for another video. So this is the combo. It worked perfectly. This thing, it's a beast. I caught quite a few fish on it, actually. My first fish on it I caught it on a chatterbait, which was really unexpected. The fish was as big as the chatterbait, so that wasn't too exciting, but it happens. So my next rod and final rod, sadly, I plan on getting a new spinner rod, which is what I'm going to show you. I do take it whenever I'm in a boat or anything. I don't usually go in the boat much. We usually just pond fish on farm ponds, and you will see quite a bit of that coming up on the channel. And yeah, so here it is. It is a Mustad Ultra PT, and it is a medium action. I think this is a 6-foot rod, 6'6". So yeah, it's not a very big pole. It is fairly light. It does have 2 gears, forward and backwards. And then right now I have a frog on, because I don't really like throwing lighter stuff on my bait casters where I'm not very comfortable with them. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this rod. It was the first rod that I ever bought with my own money. I was pretty excited about it then, but it's not the best rod. It's a good starting out rod. Like if you just want something to go fish with, it's a really good rod to start out on. But once you get into fishing, you're going to want to buy a better rod. So now that I've got the rods and reels out of the way, I'll show you how I carry my stuff when I'm fishing. So let's get right into that. So first, what I'm going to show you is how I carry my soft plastics. And I have come up with a pretty easy way to carry them. They are kind of smushed in here, but it's just an old pistol box. So what I have in here, I'll show you everything I have in here too. So as you can see, it's so jam-packed, stuff's falling out everywhere. I'll give you the tour of her. So the first bait, you got the trustiest bait, of course, Bandito bugs from Googan. Second, I got this bait out of a mystery tackle box. They are the Biospawn Exopods. And these I have on a jig that I'll show you later. Here I have some Bitsy tubes. They're Strike King. For the extra salty ones, I don't recommend you get the extra salty ones because they're kind of hard to put on it sometimes. And next, you got the good old net bait. These are baby pocker crawls. I have those on a rubber chatterbait. Next is just a few swim baits. These are from, get them down in the clear part of the thing here. These are from Samataz Baits. Next are some old baits. They're culprits. I usually just Texas rig those. Next got some Yum Crystal Crawls. I have those on a jig as well. The jig is actually right here. That is what they look like when you get those on your jig. Next is a floating airworm. They're old too. I don't use those much anymore. And then I put these on my spinner baits. These are just swirl tails. And then I have some more swim baits. And then I have some green grub worms. So that's all of my soft plastics that I carry with me whenever I go fishing. So now let's move on to the actual tackle part. Now I'm going to show you the tackle. First up is this tackle box. Not sure the brand or nothing, but I got a bunch of stickers on there. In this tackle box, I have chatterbait. That one had a bitsy bug. This one's a Texas rig, hollow tube. And then I got this bitsy bug football jig. Then I got this, came out of this last month's mystery tackle box. It is a Biospawn Exopod with this Texas rig setup jig. And then I got a whole handful of jigs, literally. I've got green, blue and black, orange, black, and all the colors put together. And then I got trailers for those. And then I got a spinnerbait with a Yum pumpkin trailer. And I got a green one and a yellow one. And then I got this little Colorado Blade swim bait, some crappie jigs. And then, if you don't have this in your tackle box, you are not a true fisherman. The good old trusty rooster tail. I've got a ton of those. And then, I got a few beetle spins. I got white and black. I got this blade bait right here. And then, I got these two frogs. They're not very good. They kinda are melted. They don't work very good in the water. So, now I got this buzz bait. I haven't used it much, but it's worked alright so far. Nothing to write home about. Next is, my box. Adjust the camera here. Next is my box of lunker logs. I've got every color of lunker log in here, and a few just old bandito bugs, stuff like that. I got all my hooks for my lunker logs as well. First hook, I got a Texas rig hook. You just screw the soft plastic on, put the hook through. I've got a small eagle claw hook, and then I got this eagle claw circle hook right there. That's what I use for my lunker logs. I put this line weight through the line, put the line through that, and then tie on my circle hook, and then make a decision on which lunker log I want to throw out that day. So, let's move on to a little bit more tackle. Now we're going to talk about a little bit more tackle that I have and that goes in my bag. First up is this Ozark Trail green water camo tackle box. I got a square bill crank, billless crank. I got last month in my mystery tackle box, I got this Banger square bill crankbait, another square bill crankbait, it's Strike King. This is a Yo-Zuri crank, a few rattle traps, they're stuck together right now. Then I got these sort of like live action swim bait sort of type things. If I can get them unstuck, there we go. Just kind of move like that. I've got two of those. Jerk bait. Grasshopper jerk bait. It is handmade, actually. My barber made that for me, fun fact. Another little square bill crank. As you can tell, I like my square bills. And then a little bluegill swim bait. That is all for this box. Moving on to top water. It's just another one of those same boxes. This one's mostly frogs and top water moss stuff. First I got this little bluegill thing. The tail spins like that. Next I got this little frog. I don't know the brand. I got it for free. Hey, it's free. Then I got this little white frog. The feet spin in the back. And it's actually got 3 hooks instead of just 2. Then I got this little fish head type ordeal here. It's got the little tassels on the back. It works decently good. Another one of those free frogs. And then my favorite top water is this little black frog with the spin thing on the back. Not real sure what it's called. And a good old trusty Whopper Plopper. If you don't know how a Whopper Plopper works, is it just rides on the top of the water and the back of it spins. And then the fish, most of the time it's just big fish that bite these. Not much little fish usually bite these. It acts as a bait fish. And the fish comes up like this, and when they rip back, that treble hook gets stuck in their throat because they go to swallow it, and it kind of acts like a minnow, and they swallow it, and then you set the hook and reel in your big bass. So that is all of the tackle. Now we're going to move on to a few other things. Now that we got the tackle out of the way, I'm going to give you a tour of the bag. In this first little pocket up here, I have a stringer. We don't use it very much. We don't really eat bass unless it's a cull bass. But we do eat crappie and bluegill. And right up here, I have my lucky bait. It was my great-grandfather's. I've never used it and don't have any intentions of using it. And then in this front pocket right here, I got some line. It's just emergency line. I got some pliers. We all know what those are for. I got some fingernail clippers. I got, let's see here, a random hook. It's kind of that kind of bag, or a pocket, I guess. You just get that and throw it in there for some reason. And then I got my little thing of hooks, jig heads, weights, stuff like that. And then I got this little carton of grub worms, and it's full to the brim. It actually fit a lot more in there than you would think. So that's all of my tour of the bag, and well, that's all of my arsenal that I would take with me. So yeah, that's about all I have in this video for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, do it. Stay tuned. I got some pretty cool videos coming up. Don't go away. Stay tuned into the channel. I'll see you next time, guys.